Keselowski there in the 22 really trying to get some air to the front of that Dodge. He really heated it up, I believe, and he's even going below the yellow line. He's not advancing, so he can do that, but he's really trying to get the thing cooled down.
Will teammates try and get together on the track and work together? Well, the Childress cars, Kevin Harvick 33 with Austin Dillon in 3 in front of him, Doc.
Exactly, Alan. 33, Harvick is the veteran. Dillon is the rookie. And now the owner, Richard Childress, which is Dillon's grandfather, has commandeered the radio and said, okay, Austin, here's the deal. The 33 will make the call. When Harvick says go, you guys are going to go. Harvick is in charge. The 33 will tell you when to go, and you guys will go out, pull out, and try to win this thing. So the granddad, Richard Childress, through Harvick, through Dillon, that's the sequence of communication to try to win at Talladega.
The man has spoken.
I know Harvick has a long-term contract already there, but if he can help Austin Dillon win this, I think he might rewrite that thing.
By the way, that was Kurt Busch. The leaders just overtook, putting him a second lap down. 10 laps to go. That would be the end of his chances for the day pretty well, unless something extraordinary happens.
Stenhouse will be able to really push today and do it for a longer period of time. These Ford engines are capable, it seems like, of maybe staying cooler in that situation, and Stenhouse doing a nice job of getting air to the front end, but yet being able to make some speed for himself and his partner.
See Elliott Sadler, he's way back, 23rd.
Lost the draft, lost the pack.
Overheated and tried to get it cooled back down, and I'm sure he wanted to get clean air on the nose, but I don't know if he wants this much clean air.
He had made a run up through, but I believe maybe he has some engine problems now.
You know what else I noticed when we saw that shot from head on from the car? The left front corner of that front bumper, that splitter, looks like it's bent up. Like maybe he got down on the apron avoiding one of those wrecks or something, and it might have twisted that a little bit.
Very possible. I'm watching the lap times, though, and his lap times are not bad. They're a couple of tenths off the leader. That the lap times are running down with Kyle Busch.
Mike Bliss in trouble. Caution flag is out.
He just made a switch with Elliott Sadler to go in front of Sadler. Luffy, he might have had a tire to go down right there.
Come on now. 4 tires, fill it up.
Could have been a switch gone wrong. They couldn't afford to waste a lot of time on that switch because they were so far behind. They tried to rush it.
And boy, that caution came about 3 minutes too late for Kurt Busch.
He'll get the free pass, but it'll be get back only one of the 2 he's down now.
Yeah. We don't see all the leaders pitting here, do we?
Oh, I doubt it.
Can't imagine.
Yeah.
Oh my, yeah, he's got a lot of damage in the front of that car. That might have just happened.
And see, and that,
Was it bent that bad?
Yeah, see that right there. That was what I was talking about earlier when we saw him from that distant shot.
He's hit something hard.
Yeah, that didn't come from that. Sadler sustained this damage earlier.
Yeah.
He had made his way back up to the main pack, and obviously as we were watching another battle, he got into a mess and has severely damaged his car.
I've had that on the whole race.
You see that front bumper of Sadler's hooked something on the rear bumper, probably from that damage. Those bumpers not smooth, so when they rubbed right across, it looked like it hooked Mike Bliss around.
TV, look at it. They're showing it on TV.
Yeah, temporarily. We're watching it. We see it.
This man paying attention.
Was that Elliott's voice?
Yeah, how do you know that?
He's watching one of the big screens while he's driving under caution. Hope my telestrating was okay. Well,
At least Elliott now can close back up to the pack. I don't know if he's got a car that'll be able to charge up through the pack.
But I would think they'd come in and try to fix some of that damage as much as they possibly can, but that's a lot of damage to the front end.
They can top it off with water. One way to get clean air in the grill. that weed eater or leaf blower if they get it started.
Yep. Sadler 2 points only ahead of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. coming into this race. Remember Daytona, Sadler and Stenhouse were in that group of 10 cars charging to the checkered flag that were involved in the incident off turn 4. Stenhouse got in the wreck and never made it back to the checkered flag. Sadler got through it. He started the season with a 17-point advantage on Stenhouse because he got through the wreck and Stenhouse didn't. Stenhouse has worked meticulously over the last month to chip away at Sadler's lead and get back to basically even. So neither one of them can afford to get swept up in the big wreck or spot somebody a pile of points in this one today, although it certainly is a possibility the way these races unfold.
The leader stayed out. Here comes Allgaier. A few more making pit stops.
Allgaier was 16th. He was the first guy there. Andy?
You see now Sadler coming in for some service. Kurt Busch is now going to be 1 lap down. Here comes Elliott Sadler, Jamie.
And Andy, Elliott Sadler's been talking all race how he got into debris 2 times. So after he hooked that 44, and that was the word he used as well, he said something is wrong with the front end. It's not allowing me to cool down at all, and I just hooked that car. So you guys do what you can right now to get me out and get me to finish this race. Alan, as you talked about, he has led every race this year.
Yeah, Jamie, and like I said, spotted that damage and not sure exactly what bent that splitter up like that and caved that nose in.
10 seconds, guys. Less than 10.
Just one to go, Brett? Yeah, we need to go. Need to go.
Let's go, guys.
All right, so Sadler rejoins the hunt. And that close championship for the NASCAR Nationwide Series moves on from Talladega to famed old Darlington Raceway next Friday night. Great short track in Iowa, Charlotte Motor Speedway, the Monster Mile in Dover. Got some spectacular racing. It's been a great season so far for the Nationwide Series. Join us at the track, NASCAR.com/tickets. Those events upcoming on the ESPN family of networks. Going to be 5 laps to go when they come to the stripe, Dave.
Mike Beam knows that there's just 5 laps left. And this morning when you and I talked, I said, what if something happens to Kurt and you need another drafting partner? You mentioned the 87 of Nemechek. What will the two of them be able to do at the end, Mike?
Well, you know, with Austin helping Dale, you know, it's going to be fun. I mean, you know, it's going to be really exciting for the fans, you know. Joe, he's, you know, we've been kind of helping each other anyway all year. It's great teammate, you know, to have, and it's worked out really well to have his experience, and you know, so it's exciting. You know, I'm really happy for this Monster Energy Toyota, you know, brand new car, of course. So you know, everyone's worked really hard on it at the shop, and I got to thank them, and you know, John Dysinger and his huge group. So we'll see what happens. It's good fun, I'll tell you that. You know, just hopefully everybody's safe here and we can get out of here and win another one.
Kyle Busch Motorsports looking for 2 in a row. Mike?
And Nemco Motorsports looking to pull off the upset. Crew Chief Gary Cogswell, you elected not to bring him down pit lane. I would assume you're looking pretty good from here, fuel-wise, tire-wise, but what are you concerned with?
I'm not concerned with anything here. You know, our tires are good. The Goodyear's here. The wear is so awesome. I'll tell you, the biggest thing we got going for us is we have the man driving that car, and he knows what he's doing. We got a great team here. We're such an underdog here. You know, we don't have near the funding of the cars we're running with. We only got a couple guys in the shop, but everybody here believes in Joe. That's why we're running where we are.
That determination could go a long way, Alan. Trying to pull off the upset today is Joe Nemechek.
Yeah, Joe, I got a lot of confidence in Joe, too. I was lucky enough to have him in my Sprint Cup car for a couple of seasons. Won a race with him. He is the man. He can get the job done, especially here.
If you remember this race 1 year ago, he nearly won it. He was involved in the mix of leaders at the last set of restarts in the green-white checkers, and he knows how to get it done.
Might win this one.
Update on the Childress teams, Doc.
Yeah, Austin Dillon told me this morning, Alan, his favorite Talladega memory, 2010. He was 10 years old, sitting on his grandmother's sofa. His grandmother, Judy Childress, wife of Richard Childress, watching Dale Earnhardt Sr. come from 18th to win at Talladega. What would be his final win? He said, you know, I had no idea it would be 12 years later, and I would be the guy sitting in the seat trying to take Granddaddy's car number 3 back to victory lane. And oh, by the way, he's going to hook up with Dale Jr. to try to win it.
There'll be 4 laps to go. They waved off the restart last time because they didn't have a couple of people in the right place in the restart order. So 4 laps to go. Kyle Busch, inside lane. Earnhardt Jr., outside lane. How's it gonna shake out?
Just shy of wrecking the field.
Yeah, Austin Dillon couldn't stay on the bumper at Junior. Got him in trouble. Might not be all lost yet, though.
Danica Patrick picks up the draft with Junior. Kyle Busch, Joe Nemechek, Kevin Harvick, Brad Keselowski, trouble, turn 3. Jeffrey Earnhardt on the 15 with a nice save, more contact. Mike Wallace, 0-1.
Under the spinning air there. Caution's out. You're...
Elliott Sadler did an incredible job to miss that crash.
4-car was Danny Eflin. Somehow, only 2 cars involved in that.
Get it rolling here from Canada.
I thought for sure Sadler was involved.
Or track cars broke or something.
Chain reaction things that contact the head in the pack, set things off behind it.
Wow, yeah, Jeffrey Earnhardt trying to be aggressive here at the end, but really wasn't anywhere for him to go right then. That started things stacking up. You can see Kenny Wallace and Mike Wallace actually got together down there.
Mike got down on the apron, the flat part of the racetrack.
You can see, you were right, Andy. Elliott Sadler did do a nice job of missing that. See, as Kenny comes down here in the 99, I don't think he had any idea that Mike was there.
Well, look at Sadler. Wow, what a job.
You see right there. Got the 15 way up high. All spinning behind us here. Just keep on going. Just keep on coming here.
Sadler and the potential for giving up a bunch of points. That saved some right there.
Sure did.
That was skill, too. I mean, he was so close to being in that. The move he made to avoid it almost put him straight in the wall, and then he was able to get it off the wall.
And you're not going to believe this. Was it just a little while ago I wrote off Kurt Busch's chances for the day?
And you were the one saying don't write him off.
2 cautions, 2 free passes in a row. There he goes, back onto the lead lap.
Well, he's going to have a green-white checker to see how far he can get up through there.
At least one.
Well, at least one, yeah, maybe 2.
So if you're new to NASCAR, in an effort to give race fans a finish not under the caution flag, but a green flag finish, if the race reaches its scheduled conclusion under the caution flag, NASCAR will make up to 3 attempts at a green-white checker finish. Restart the race, race a lap, show the white flag starting the last lap of the race, and then the next flag finishes it. If it's a caution flag, the field is frozen, the race is over.